just want to extend a very warm welcome to everybody here tonight for the art exhibition titled Lost in Traffic. We have numbers of up to 500,000 foreign men into Thailand to use the services of trafficked children. So we'll head up from the streets of Bangkok, where a lot of this is happening, to the hill tribes and villages and communities where children have been taken out of. These children are worth defending because they're made in the image of God. I am Australian, as you could probably tell. Anyway, I heard about missions, thought, look, sweet, I get to travel and get to help people out at the same time. So here I am today, and more channeling into a specific focus on raising awareness of children at risk. Look, it originally began just simple conversation, sitting down with both my wife and a good mate of mine. We just thought, all right, how do we get out there? What do we love? And we're like, okay, visual arts, photography, to be an advocate, to raise awareness. And children at risk was a big part of that, but just social injustice in general. And what it means to be exposed and not have a voice. What it means to be oppressed, but no one even knows that you're being oppressed. Because if people don't have a voice, then who's going to listen? So yeah, our real focus is to get up to Thailand, to do a travelling documentary on child trafficking. The issues that we're looking at here are poverty, where children are being put in a position where there's not enough money for the family, and that children are actually being kidnapped and trafficked for money, and given promises to the family that we're going to look after your children, there's jobs available in these major cities. And we're looking at children to the age of 18 and beyond, but as young as 6, 7 years old. If you come from a village or a hill tribe, if you come from what would be considered the lowest place of society, and then you're trafficked, well, not only you didn't have a name or an identity in your original country or in your original village, but now that you're being trafficked, you now have no name and you're under the control of the trafficker. The people who do this are people just looking to make money. So it's just very basic core values, things like greed, lust, things that in our society we're like, oh, settle down, you know, don't look at those issues too much. Who cares if you're a bit greedy, if you lust every now and then? But these are the very issues that are causing the most grief in these countries. So 500,000 foreign men into Thailand to use the services of trafficked children, as well as over 4 million Thai men who are also in the industry, but which is far more underground and less talked about. We'll head up from the streets of Bangkok, where a lot of this is happening, to the hill tribes and villages and communities where children have been taken out of, and then also the ministries and centres that work with the rehabilitation. And as part of that is to come back to here, Perth, Australia, and basically run an exhibition of the artwork, have people involved, sell the artwork and use the funds of that to go back to the ministries, community development, areas of very practical needs for these children.
Please remember to remove your personal belongings from your seat pocket and take care when opening your overhead compartment.
Currently at the moment we're at like a bar area. There are a number of prostitutes working, as well as other dodgy business going down, but we're just out here today to really chat with people.
He was 19, and then this is Chai, and Chai was also 19, I believe, and he'd been working at the same bar for 4 years, so since he was 15. And they send all their money back home every month.
It's easy, I guess, to read statistics and remove yourself from it, but you know, when I choose to engage myself in these issues, then man, I get fired up.
Just on this table right here, that's a lot of lives that are valuable to God.
Like going in, we were thinking, well, we're going to focus on, you know, what's being done, and we're going to, you know, get shots of, you know, the traffickers or the evil or the Western men, and we realized that that's not what it's about. You can't focus on that because, you know, we're meant to focus on the hope and the redemption and the fact that God has all of these, you know, all these people in his hands, and God loves all of them so much, and he cares so much for their life, and that's what he's calling us to do.
We're out in just into the hill tribes, and basically what we're just really wanting to capture is where these children have come from, where parents have been deceived and their children have been taken. These are parents who have lost their beautiful children, so yeah.
We went to this Aka village, and as we're driving up there, it's raining. It's pouring pretty significantly, and I'm like, oh, we don't want to get our cameras wet, like it's all going to be rain, it's going to be these horrible shots. As we get into the village, it stops raining. We start shooting pictures. We come back here, and no question, the photos from the Aka village are the most beautiful. And when you, when you look at the fact that you just really want to see how beautiful this people group is, how beautiful these people are, you know, that's where God came through for us. He's like, I'm going to make them, you know, stand out more than anyone else. Like, I'm going to make the colors in those photos look so brilliant, and the people look so brilliant. I think those are really the places where God really just, you know, shone right through. And was like, yes, I am taking care of you.
We're back out here, northern Thailand, the ministry that focuses on, really preventing children from being, put in vulnerable positions for areas of trafficking and exploitative circumstances.
And the kids there's 450 kids, and they're just running around like crazy all the time. They have a lot of free reign to just be kids and be insane.
This is all the dudes having time of worship. This is their daily devotion, so yeah, awesome.
They have like doctors and stuff come in, and they teach the kids. They'll teach like the 12 to 14-year-old girls that do all the medical stuff. The first 2 years that kids come to this place, every day they get like treatments for whatever they have, scabies and stuff.
That's what the gospel is, you know, that's the word become flesh, is what you're doing to serve these children.
You feel so much joy and just hope for them, and excitement that they are in this better place, and that they're not going to grow up into that, and that they're being protected and taken care of. But then for those who are already in it, you feel so much just sorrow and almost regret that someone, you know, you haven't been in it sooner, like you haven't gotten involved sooner, and what have you been doing, you know? It's hard.
Stoked to have you here, very excited for this evening, and look, enjoy it, grab a drink, grab something to eat, enjoy the live music. My dad has this saying, he says, you know, no guts, no glory. If you're not willing to lay down your life, if you're not willing to give the sacrifice, then you can forget the glory. You know, you can forget the results because it's not going to come.
And we're just kind of overwhelmed by it all.
I cry.
Yeah. So especially the picture of the young boy over there with his hand on the kind of, looks like a gate, and he's just looking out, and I guess it just sums up where they're at, and they kind of look in their eyes for, you know, needing help.
And it's the gospel of Jesus Christ. He's saying you want to live, then you've got to die. If you want to receive, then you've got to give. If you want to come first, well, you better get to the back of the line. But it makes sense, and that's what we're missing out on, is that we're not willing to lay down our own lives because we're so focused on gaining our own, and we're so obsessed with success that we've forgotten those who are left at the bottom. So my message is get out there, do something about it, and start living for a purpose. And that purpose ultimately is Jesus Christ. You know, I'm no hero, you know, or this hardcore advocate. It's just a young, you know, Aussie guy just getting out there and doing the next thing that God said.